Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now, I've got my gloves on, so you know it's going to be a messy job, don't you? Today we are going to be having an indoor barbecued meal. Now, there is a takeaway near us that Steve occasionally gets ribs from, and these ribs are lamb ribs, and Steve had spoken about it a couple of days ago, and then kismet, this morning on the page somebody had put a lamb ribs meal, so I asked him where he got them from and he said Morrison's. So off to Morrison's we popped and we picked up these lamb ribs. Now, it would have been nice if they were a whole, but they've been cut already, so you know, we work with what we've got, don't we? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle on some barbecue rub. You can use any rub you like, you can make your own, or you can use a proprietary one, which is what I'm doing. And we're going to rub these, put the rub on them, then we're putting them in some foil and we're going to bake them for a while. But if you just come on down and see what we're doing. Right, there you go, we've got our ribs. Now, you could use a bit of oil to do this because you want to make sure that the rub actually sticks to the ribs. But I'm going to use some American mustard. Don't use hot English mustard, use some American mustard. And all I'm going to do is I am just going to rub this in. I'm so glad I've got some gloves on both sides. I'm trying to keep one of my hands clean at the moment. It won't last. Do you know it won't last? I know it won't last, but you know, let me have my little game if you like. And in fact, I'm going to put that on my fingers this time because I want to get it on both sides of the ribs. It smells like a McDonald's, it really does. Obviously it's the mustard. Now, what did I say? I want to try and keep one hand clean. I didn't succeed, did I? Never mind, never mind. Right, okie dokie. So we've got the mustard on there, or the oil if that's what you wanted to use. And now I'm going to sprinkle on some of the rub. So I'm just opening it and so just sprinkle it on, pat it all down, make sure all of the ribs are covered, front and back, top and bottom, however you wish to describe it. Now, as I've said, this is a dry rub that we're cooking them in first, but we will be putting on a wet sauce for the next stage of the cook. But I just want to make sure that these are nicely covered, and we'll go use every bit that's got onto the board too, because we don't want to waste any. Right, there we go. Now I'm just going to bring over my tray, and I've already put the foil down. You will need the foil down because otherwise you're going to have to there's a lot more cleaning to do, let me just put it that way. I'm going to pop our ribs sort of in the middle here. pick up the rest of the... Right. Take the gloves off now, they've done their job. I'm going to just wrap our ribs in the foil. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little vinegar into here, and it's sealed, as you know, and that will just help steam. If I've got any, sorry, I should have been ready, shouldn't I? I've also, she says, hopefully in here I have some liquid smoke. Blimey, there it is, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in. Now, I've said before, I used to only be able to buy this on Amazon, but you can get it in Tesco's and Sainsbury's and anywhere in their world food aisles, you know, in the big supermarkets. And I've just lifted it to... Right, and now all I need to do is preheat my oven to 180 and we can pop them in. So we're going to do 180 on roast, and they're going to take, I'm going to go for about 35 minutes, I think. In fact, I'm going to go for 40 and we can check. I want them to get up to approximately 90 degrees. Preheat that, I'll get cleared up and bring you down. And as you can see, we're preheating 180 on baked. Did I say I want it on roast? What a plank. Hold on, I want it on roast. Roast 180 and 40 minutes. There you go, 38 will do. Press start, preheat. Now you can see we're on roast. We're on 180 and we're going to go for 38 minutes. So as soon as it's preheated, I'm just going to pop this, which is this, into the oven, and we'll check it as 90 degrees is what I really want it to get to. We're also going to be having some barbecue chicken drumsticks, some coleslaw, and I can't decide, shall I do chips or shall I do wedges? I think I'll do wedges because I can keep that barbecue smoky theme going, can't I? What is it they say? A watched pot? Well, it certainly feels like a watched pot waiting this 1.5 minutes, doesn't it? Goodness me. There we go, we're preheated and in we go. I am going to be putting some of the rub on the chicken as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt, pepper and garlic that first, and then I'm going to cook the chicken in the dryer. But it's not much different really, and you shall see that when it's finished. Same with the wedges. We have a spicy wedges video, so that's how I'll be doing it. Nothing different, nothing fancy, nothing flash, just exactly the same. Let's take a peek at these ribs. We've got nearly 15 minutes left on the initial time that I set it for. So let's just take a little look and we shall temperature probe them just to see how they're doing. Now obviously be careful because the steam is coming out. Oh, I don't know about anything else, they smell amazing. So if they taste, I've never had them, if they taste as good as they smell, I think we're going to be in for, I think we're going to be in for a treat. Right, there they are, and smelling delicious. So let's switch on. Let's switch our light on and let's go in. And what are we? Let's put the light on, Penny. 68 degrees, 69. It's creeping up. Right. So I think possibly won't need the whole of that 15 minutes that we've got left. But let's pop them back in. I've got my barbecue beans done, and all I've done is added a tin of beans and added some barbecue sauce. Easy peasy. My chicken drumsticks are in the Dreo. My wedges are just draining, and in here I've got a little bit of oil, I've got some paprika, I've got salt, and I've got pepper. And in actual fact, let's pop them in now, just so that you can see. And all we're going to do is we're just going to toss them in that so that they all get covered in the salt, in the pepper, in the paprika, and the oil. The oil is very important, don't forget that, Penny. And that's it, look, they're all covered, they've all got it. So not too many, don't need loads, there's only the two of us. So I will be air frying those in my Ninja. Everything seems to be coming together nicely, so it's time to take out our ribs. Uncover them. And coat in our barbecue sauce. And I'm cheating again, look, it's just a bog standard barbecue sauce, Bullseye original, and I think I'll put it into a little bowl. And brush it on. So there we go, get a nice silicone pastry brush and just brush it on. Because these are a barbecue rib, but they're not a saucy barbecue rib. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is there's not loads of sauce, it's quite a dry mix. Right, and then that can go back in the oven, and it'll have 5 minutes one side. I'll take it out, coat the other side, and then add another 5 minutes. Right then, we are cooked. So let's take a quick squeeze at these, and I think they look bloody lovely. So let's just hold it up with two hands. There you go, barbecued lamb ribs. So what I'm going to do now, that was my wedges just cooking, finishing cooking. My chicken's finished. I'm going to get everything dished up and come back. Well, you have seen the real McCoy. I've just got a little bit just to show you on camera how it tastes. Do I need a knife and fork? Right, let's go with this small piece of lamb rib. As I say, never had these before, so it's an experience. Well, it fell off the bone. It fell off the bone. I'm so sorry, that's extremely hot. Would I go for them over beef ribs? Beef ribs, we'll definitely have a beef ribs, I don't like beef ribs. Over pork ribs. Possibly not. But they are nice, but they've got more of a chew. My chicken. Now, if I don't like this, I'll be amazed. So. Oh, that is perfect. That is delicious. And what I did, I didn't use the barbecue. I used salt, pepper, and some of the piri seasoning. Cooked them and then added the barbecue sauce. They're jolly good. Now, wedges are wedges are wedges, or are they? No, they're not when they taste that good. And the barbecue beans. Lovely. Right. So that concludes our indoor barbecue, our barbecue lamb ribs. As I've said, you can use any rub you like, use any sauce you like. I've got a recipe on the Facebook page In the Kitchen with Pen for a homemade barbecue sauce and a homemade rub. So don't forget, go and check us out. Also, if you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to ding that bell to be notified each time we put on a new video. And thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon in the kitchen with Pen. Bye bye.